various kinds of scripts you can employ for on your playing drum kit. I would like to enumerate various types of scripts here. Starting with the French, then German, American, matched with traditional, and also two other scripts which can be developed additionally. Well, in the first lesson, how to play in the French script. It's very simple, French script. So all you need to remember is just you need to balance the stick. Suppose this is the stick, this is a 7A stick, and no, just put your four-finger forward and just try to balance the stick. Wow. This is the balance point of the stick. In words we can call it as the center of gravity of the stick. Well, this is the point where the stick is being balanced. And so what we do is just grab the thumb and hold the stick with the thumb and the forefinger. So the thumb and the forefinger constitute the fulcrum point. So this is a French grip. While playing the French grip, we need to remember two things. The wrist should be parallel to the drum head, and the action point will be done by the fingers. In French grip, the movement of the stick is controlled by the fingers and not the wrist. And in French grip, the wrist won't be moving and the stick will be moving the help of the fingers. So the fingers play a large role. 100% role is played by our fingers. Or whatever. And the wrist is perpendicular to the drum head. Action done by the fingers. This is the French grip. The German hold the stick just like you are holding the French grip. And just turn the stick so that the wrist will be parallel to the drum head. And the movement of the stick will be controlled by the wrist. 100% wrist is seen in the German grip, and the wrist is parallel to the drum head. This is the German grip. And coming to the American grip is a combination of French grip as well as the German grip. So, if you quickly recapitulate the French grip, the wrist is perpendicular and the action is done by the fingers. And in German grip, the wrist is parallel to the drum head and the action is done by the wrist. Well, in Americans, as I told you, it's a combination of both German and French, so the wrist won't be either perpendicular nor parallel, so it will be 45 degrees. The wrist will be making an angle 45 degrees to the drum head. And the important point is playing on the stick. I mean, it will be controlled both by the wrist and also by the fingers. Now this is American grip. Then coming to the match group. So what is a match group? Which is being taught by a lot of drummers in the world. I mean the match group. So what is a match group? A match group is very simple. The both the hands are in match. To hold the match grip, it's very simple. Just take the stick and put it at the here the palm and hold the stick. I mean, then just only your fingers. Just encircle the sticks with your fingers, and the thumb should be along the direction of the stick, like this. This is the magic grip, how you hold. The magic grip, there are so many other techniques, like the Moeller technique, how you apply the bouncing beats, the stick controlling the bounces and all. We'll come to it later. What's in the next lesson, so we come into all the Moeller techniques and all. So first, this is a magic grip. It's a magic grip, and you know, in magic grip, only the fulcrum is formed between the thumb and the forefinger, and the rest of the three fingers will be just supporting the stick but not holding like this. Only they will be just supporting. Okay. This is a match grip. And what's a traditional grip? Traditional grip is very simple, and if you're a beginner, just please don't go for the traditional grip, as it will be a lot of what we call a handful of work is needed for a traditional grip. So for a beginner, what I suggest is just place the fulcrum of the, just place the central pad of the stick between your thumb and the forefinger, okay? And then most of the thing, it's not like this. It is in traditional grip, the stick shouldn't be making any cross. Actually, the stick should be like this. This is the actual position. So I'm doing like this. So what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And the stick is not controlled by the fingers, but it's controlled by the wrist. Most of the drummers make me, not me, most of the beginners, they make confusion. Like, sometimes the thumb will be making the dabbing parallel. So, what I really suggest is, if you are a beginner, just try to get the wrist pad. Just try to get the wrist, play the pad, play the beats, whatever. The wrist is more important in the traditional. Once you get the wrist motion, you can play some beat. Once you get the wrist, then it's very simple. Just 2 fingers, forefinger on the middle finger will be down, and 2 fingers below. This is the one. And practice in this style for, till you get more grip at your wrist. Okay, once you are finished, then try to get to normal position, and the forefinger and the thumb will constitute the fulcrum of the stick, and bottom 2 fingers, and up 2 fingers, underneath 2 fingers. This finger, the middle finger, is just like a dead finger. It won't have much role to play here, but sometimes most of the drummers, they make it kind of playing like beats like this. No, don't go for all these things. We are talking about the traditional grip. Okay, so traditional grip involves the 100% wrist. So it's very simple. See, the upper finger is just a dead note. It won't allow the stick to raise much higher, so the wrist will be doing most of the job. So here we go. So whatever. And if you want to play the accent, great. Normal beats, those beats, normal beats, set. Well, some drummers, when they're playing the traditional beat, they go for technology like this. It's very simple. Turn underneath turn. Very simple. So whatever. Stick elements are very simple. And coming to the next point. I want to talk about the advanced drum machine. So if you're a beginner, please don't just stop here itself and don't move it further. If you're a professional, or if you're a beginner and interested to know the advanced stick grips, you can also stay tuned here. Here we go. In the advanced techniques, this is one of the advanced grip which I have developed, and which is an award-winning lesson in 2006. Well, here it is. You know how to hold the stick in the traditional way. Instead of holding the stick with the left hand, I'm just holding the stick with the right hand. So this is what the traditional grip something appears like. And what happens in traditional? You need to remember one point. In traditional grip, the fulcrum is formed between the thumb and the forefinger. But in my grip, which I have developed in 2006, the fulcrum is formed between the ring finger and the middle finger. It's something like this, guys. It's something like this. Okay? Okay. The form between the middle finger and the ring finger, and it's just like a fictitious appearance, and the thumb and the forefinger has got nothing to do with the fulcrum, but they just support the stick from flying away from your fingers, right? And what I think I need to get a little closer to the motion. It's a very, very important video lesson. Just that in here, and in traditional grip, the stick will be like this, right? But in this grip which I'm demonstrating now, the stick grip will be like, if I remove this thumb and the forefinger, it will appear something like this. The fulcrum is formed between the middle finger and the ring finger, something like this. Yeah, exactly like this. And thumb will be covering up the stick so that you get a vague expression of vague appearance or whatever. But actually the fulcrum is formed here, and the movement of the stick is restricted here, and at the end of the stick it's moving freely. Okay, got it? This is the stick grip. Okay? Right, this is very important. This is very important while you play jazz music in the writing cymbal. It gives a peculiar sound, just believe me, when you play a writing cymbal in the jazz genres or whatever, when you go for the writing cymbal, it gives a very, very, very humble sound. It is right, it is right. And technique 2, advanced stick grip technique 2. In most of the stick grips in American, French, German, Match or whatever, you just play by making the wrist up and down, okay? But in this advanced lesson, especially you can play the blast bass using this technique, and here is the technique. It's very simple. Instead of making the wrist go up and down, just rotate, just twist the wrist, okay? Just twist, right? And one second, just hold on while you do it. I'm not playing. I'm not making the wrist go up and down. So I'm just twisting and making the note. These are the advanced lessons. So thanks for watching this video.